Yes. 2000s NBA lore.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam, aka Sambucha, and I'm a YouTuber who makes variety content ranging from challenges to gaming.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We are in one of the most beautiful eras of basketball. NBA fans are pretty picky. Every decade, there's going to be something the nigga is whining about. Right now, it's too many threes, man. Too much offense. In the 2010s, we've seen the same shit damn near every final. The 90s, I mean, we're done with that. I don't even know why I brought that up. And then 80s, 70s, 60s, what are you, 112? As a fan of the game, surrounded by the game, it feels like the 2000s are just different, bro. They got this aura to them. Niggas are hungry, they're aggressive. Storylines unpredictable. Altercations are at an all-time high. It's beautiful. So why not revisit these great times for today, man? From 2000 to 2009, we're gonna reminisce on what the NBA was looking like. Shout out B-Dubs for the beat, man. As always, if you got heat, hit my DM. Let's get in the vid. And yeah, haven't done a humor me in a while. Don't know. Haven't been in a very laughing mood. But last video, I was like, fuck it, give me a dare. Give Rudy Gobert a compliment. I asked for a laugh. I didn't know I was gonna be quizzed today. Anyway, I like the name Rudy, because it rhymes with booty. Next question down below. Man, go ahead and hear me. Welcome to the early 2000s, where we had the first appearance for the Shaq and Kobe. First seed out of a tough Western Conference versus my Indiana Pacers, who was also first seed, but just like now, the East is ass. Pretty expected matchup. On one side, you had the MVP and Shaq averaging 30 and 14. He's so obviously the best player in the league. Kobe's up and rising. They got Phil Jackson, role players looking good. So they had to make some shake this year and stop getting swept. Yeah, this ain't 90s lore, but I ain't forget Shaq. Them other star bigs used to work as a first lost in 5 to the Jazz, then lost in 4 to the Jazz, and then lost in 4 again to the Spurs. But something in the air was different this year, bro. They were ready for that shit. But like I said earlier, they gonna have to get through a real deal shooter first.
She say she feels safe over here. This where the shooters be.
First seed in it, you know what I'm saying? We'll be back one day. It wasn't too hard to get to the finals. He's had some individual talent. A young AI, Vince Carter. But like I said before, bro, the West is where it was at. And even though it was competitive, bro, the Lakers dominated.
Yeah, literally, like, the West has been dominating basketball for, like, literally ever since the 2000s. Like, since 2000 started, it's been all West. Like, I mean, LeBron coming to the league. Like, you could say, oh, the East was competitive then. It was literally LeBron giving every East team back shots for, like, 15 years. Like, one game gets the Raptors, he's doing the same play over and over again. He's telling what players where to go on defense. Like, that is crazy.
And so we were led to a Lakers versus Pacers final. Yeah, don't look so fucking surprised, bro. We lost. Okay, they're the best team in the league. Kobe and Shaq get their first ring with no trouble. And saying Kobe and Shaq is a little too much credit for Kobe. 16 and 4, 37% from the field. Yeah, while Kobe was doing that shit, Shaq was out here giving niggas belt. Oh my fuck. I mean, honestly, what the hell are you supposed to do against this fat? Do you know what a tough fat nigga can do to the NBA? It gets nasty. 24 with an MVP, 2 finals appearances in a chip. And this is just the start. But unfortunately for others, twas the end. The 90s were officially done. Stockton and Malone never got their ring. Patrick Ewing is on the fucking Sonics. It's tough out here for them boys, you know what I'm saying? But, bye-bye! Because next year we are truly introduced to the phenom known as
Allen Iverson.
Is cold. One of my favorite players ever.
One of the best players ever to not get a ring, man. Maybe the best player. Maybe.
Average 31 and the Sixers were first seed. Give it the MVP. Yeah, nah, he was out there hooping with that weak-ass Sixers. And then in the West, it's Big Man City. Tim Duncan, KG, Chris Webber, Dirk. All of them are having outstanding seasons, bro. It's crazy. What the fuck was that? Oh. Don't forget, we are still in Laker County. Kobe jumps to superstar status, averaging 6 more points per game with 28. And yeah, Shaq fat ass still the best player in the league. Spurs first seed, that's cute, but this is still the team to beat. And yeah, for the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, there was no one who did that. Swept every fucking body. Yes, including those first seed Spurs. The team was just beautifully constructed, bro, and it showed. What do you do when the 2 best players on the other team are both averaging 30? Well, that's an easy one. You fucking lose. Unless you're Allen Iverson. Then you might get a game, and yes, sir, came in there with something to prove. Gave them Laker boys work, man. Stepping over that bitch ass nigga.
It's alright.
We had ourselves a series, man. No sweep around here. Or at least not a normal one. A gentleman one. It was nice. Another year, another Lakers championship, bro. You know how it goes. Shaq puts another finals MVP on the wall. And they are looking to keep the train going, man. 3-peat status. So going into next year, 2002, of course, they're the team to beat again. And this is when Michael Jordan had enough, bro. He got tired of seeing other niggas win. Came back out of retirement again. Led the Wizards to the finals and beat Shaq and Kobe in 7 games. Yeah, the old heads just came in their pants a little bit. Only team that was fucking with the Lakers was the King. First seed, won 61 games. Chris Webber looking like a demon, and the team chemistry just a little nice. The Lakers team chemistry, rumors were saying
Kobe and Shaq got beef.
But they damn sure knew how to win with each other. So this Western Conference Finals was set up to be a move. Whoever won this was thought to go win the chip. Sacramento goes up 3-2 going into Game 6. And then the NBA gives the game to the Lakers. Allegedly. Listen, man, there were a lot of questionable calls that game. Lakers shot 40 free throws and 27 in the fourth. That means the niggas going to the line every minute in the fourth quarter. Almost like the NBA didn't want a Nets and Kings final. And yeah, this is just, you know, a controversial game. Lakers win.
I never knew about this.
End up sweeping the final. 3 in a row, man. What are you gonna do? At this point, it's just getting fucking annoying. Will someone do something? Huh? Bro, why is this nigga on my screen? Buddy got swept. Get him out my face. You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. Oh my. I don't think that she want me for me. Timmy D for MVP. 23-13, 3 blocks. First seed on a young and tough-ass Spurs team. Dude took down the Lakers, went on to win the chip, finals MVP, and restored balance to our league. Ooh. Man, good times, good times. NBA is looking competitive, man. Competitive. A lot of talent, a lot of superstars, bro. I can only imagine what's going to happen next.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm back.
I just had my edit ruined.
You have not downloaded Pi.
Yes, sir. We are gifted one of the greatest draft classes of all time. LeBron, Melo, D-Wade, Bosh. All coming into the league with some hype, and all of them living up to it. LeBron specifically, though, is different. Dude was like the most talked about prospect since Victor Wembanyama. Going into this next season, the Lakers decided, man, it's time to load up. Picked up Gary Payton and Carl I Touch Kids Malone. They definitely needed all the help they could get if they were going to make it out the West this time. The reigning champs are still looking very good. T-Wolves pop out with the first seed. KG leading them and wins MVP. The West is a toss-up, bro. Nobody knows who's going to make it out. Well, not nobody, I do. The Lakers got their revenge on San Antonio, beat them in 6, and did the same to the T-Wolves in the conference final. Kobe was out there torching them boys, leading scorer in both series. KG put up a really good fight in the conference final. He was giving them work, but team 2 ass. So yeah, Lakers got him out the way to meet up with the Pistons in the final. Nah, let me stop, bro. This ain't one of them Pistons. This that 04 shit.
550, 600 hundreds. 720s, let's get straight to it.
Yeah, nigga, Ben Wallace, nigga. Bro, I wish I wasn't like 1 year old while this shit was happening. You were not.
Okay, like, I'm just being born.
You know, fuck, I'll drop like 40 on them. Tough bar, but nah, if they could beat the Lakers in 5 games, lock up Kobe, contain Shaq, bro, you could have thrown a 6 nigga on the court and the Pistons would have found a way to cover them. Definition of defense wins games. This upset completely shocked the world. The East finally won their first championship of the decade. About time. Conference been looking like some cheat. It's like the West got all the best niggas.
The major headline around the league tonight, the Los Angeles Lakers and Miami Heat have agreed to a trade that will send Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest big men of all time, to sunny South Florida.
Damn, they finally broke that shit after like 5 years of not liking each other. Well, who's gonna win without who first? So now the Heat are getting ready for a new dynamic duo. Hoping Shaq could be the answer to their prayers. And he ended up being the answer to their prayers, bro. They went to first seed. Dude went over there still on bullshit, bro. Second in MVP vote to Steve Nash.
Yeah, Steve Nash robbed a couple niggas for MVP. Definitely robbed Shaq. Or did he only have one? I think Steve Nash has multiple, right?
Individually for Shaq though, this wasn't near his peak, but who cares when you're winning? And for Kobe, it was the exact opposite. Lost Shaq and couldn't win a game for shit. We're officially in the Kobe and Friends era. End up not making the playoffs at all with the 11 seed. This was a dark time for LA, man. Gotta look at the standings, see the Suns on top. Spurs still fucking good. So then look all the way down at their sack of ass. And when they look at the East, they see Shaq living it up over there. It's not all milk and cookies though. Detroit's still looking like some champ. And there's a nigga in his second year averaging 27, 7, and 7. But for Kobe,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he was fried. It was looking time for a new sheriff around the block. The MVP Steve Nash led Phoenix Suns, who was all about fast-paced offense. Amari Stoudemire and Sean Marion co-starring beautifully. They had real deal shooters and niggas like Joe Johnson, and ended the season with 60 wins. This was a certified elite team. Coming out the West was going to be hard for anybody who had to face him. I have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. Oh my. Damn. Yeah, gave them niggas 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 games of hell. Dude was on a tear the whole playoff. Ended up meeting Detroit in the finals, was looking for a back-to-back after just beating the Heat in 7 games. But Wade was hurt, and so we had ourselves a series. A good old classic 7-game. Both very defensively sounded team. A flip of a coin type of series, and the Spurs won the toss. 3 chips and 3 finals MVPs for Tim Duncan, and has beaten the defending champs twice to get those. The Spurs are low-key looking OP, right? These niggas damn near always in the finals or conference finals. A very disciplined team that all has the same goal in mind, man. Where the whole league pretty much decided to just run it back. Same teams expecting different outcomes. And in this 2006 season, you could literally see the rise in individual talent. LeBron is officially a superstar, averaging 31, 7, and 7.
God
This trash-ass Cavs team to the 4th seed. Kobe has one of the greatest scoring seasons ever. Dropped 81 and is averaging 35 points per game. Dirk with 27 and 9. D-Wade 27 and 7. And they give the MVP to Nash again?
Yes, definitely Rob Brown.
Tossing it to whoever is that. Wait, third? What the f? Back-to-back MVPs for Steve Nash some way, somehow. Just to lose to a lower seed again, this time to Dirk. But Dirk wasn't no sweet shit. Nah, he just came back off of beating the defending champs in a close-ass game 7. Over in the East, we had a Miami-Detroit rematch for who's gonna play him. This time with D-Wade healthy, and this time with D-Wade busting their ass. Bro was on a tear the whole playoff. Gave everyone in the East 27 and 7. And once he got to the finals, he gave them niggas 35. One of the greatest final performances ever, bro. They were down 2 to then win every fucking game after that. And so Miami were our new champs on the block. Damn. I know Kobe was pissed. Bro blew a 3-1 in the first round against Steve Nash and had to see his arch nemesis win a ring with the other best shooting guard in the league. Unfortunately, the Heat did not keep this momentum alive. The 07 season was nothing like the 06 for him. D-Wade started dealing with injuries. Shaq was getting old. These niggas got swept by a Bulls team after Jordan and before D-Rose. The Heat struggles was like beautiful music to Dallas here. They took that finals loss personal, bro. Came back, best team in the league. Damn near 70 wins, 67 and 15. This made them a top 10 regular season team of all time at the time. Dirk wins an MVP for his effort. They're favorite to win it all this year. Bet on Mavs. Bet on Mavs. And these niggas lose in the first round to the 8C Warriors. Nigga was out there getting put in a box by Steven Jackson. And this basically gave San Antonio a free trip to the final. Don't talk about no Phoenix, bro. Nobody worry about that. It's another Tim Duncan final. Meanwhile, over in the East, we're starting to get a real introduction on who 23 on the Cavs is, who somehow led this team to a 2nd seed and is getting ready to bounce the 1st seed in the conference final. After being down 2 and playing like some horse shit, he ended up locking in and having one of the best young performances ever to give us our first LeBron versus Tim Duncan series. And 4 games, and that was that. Tim Duncan's 4th chip, but this time Tony Parker with the finals MVP. And yeah, it was like taking candy from a baby. LeBron was clamped up. Not his best series, but not as well.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron took a bunch of nobodies to the finals. Isn't that when they won like 60 games, I think? Or like 58 games or something like that? Literally LeBron and a couple plumbers and electricians. Like, niggas in a 1v5.
Into 2008, I know what you're wondering, bro. Howard Trey's video is so awesome. Stop doing that. What you need to be wondering is where the fuck are the Celtics and Lakers? Aren't they supposed to be running the NBA or something?
Today, every business needs a website. Unless this is what your business looks like.
The only thing in the way they tryna slide. Little thirsty to pop out with the drag, he ain't found.
It feels like out of nowhere, both these niggas are new and improved. The Celtics add KG and Ray Allen and go from a 15th seed to a 1st. The Lakers add Pau Gasol mid-season. He fits perfect, and they go from a 7th seed to a 1st seed in their conference. This leading to Kobe's first and last MVP. Bro, do you smell that in the air? You stink, nigga. Before you decide to get close to the screen, I was sniffing out the comp. We had a beautiful classic NBA rivalry with Celtics versus Lakers. Kobe's first final appearance since the breakup with Shaq. There was a lot of pressure and a lot on the line for this series. I mean, a lot of pressure. Motherfuckers was out there taking shits on the court. So yeah, this final was a hard-fought battle until it wasn't. Boston's depth and defense was top tier. The Lakers were able to push it to a game 6 to get 40 ball. God damn. Well, boys, we're entering the last year of the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Last chance to make some shake this decade. Going into the next season, the 2 best players for certainly are Kobe and LeBron, and everybody's waiting to see a finals between them. They both have an insane regular season and both end in top 2 for MVP voting, but only LeBron was top 1. 30 and 9 and took the Cavs to 1st seed. And over in the West, Kobe had his Lakers at 1st seed and was determined to take them niggas to the promised land. He trying to get back from last year, but since the Celtics were missing KG due to injury, he had to take the next best thing in the finals. LeBron? Bro, Where the fuck is Bron at? Who the fuck is this nigga? The Cavs end up losing to the Magic in the conference final. Dwight Howard and LeBron's teammates rob us from one of the best finals that could have happened. Bro averaged 39, 8, and 8 that series to lose. His partner in crime was Mo Williams. And yeah, the Cavs couldn't hold Dwight. Boo-hoo. Not for Kobe though. Bro is probably ecstatic. Not playing LeBron or the Celtics. Yeah, he turned that Magic team to a pack in 5 games. And just like that, right before the decade's over, Kobe gets himself one without Shaq. All is restored, all is forgiven, happily ever after. And yeah, bro, that's basically the 2000s in basketball. For those who didn't already know.
W video. Then Kobe went to get one more without Shaq. Let's look at the comments. 2010s, Lord? Nah, no bull. I wonder if he has that. Oh. We're going to put that on the watch later. 2000s aura unmatched. Every time I see about the... What the hell? Every time I see about the mid-90s, 2000 first after I just get amazed. Yeah, the Spurs were... Tim Duncan, you know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan like that. You have no idea how... Whatever the hell he said.